Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And I have with me an old friend tonight. I remember Ujjwal Nikam when he used to come on my program, after 26/11, he's just a remarkable advocate. We've all loved him for his patriotism, his nationalism. And he's carried so much security threat all his life, but he's taken on. There's one person who the Pakistani establishment is scared of for his pincer-like legal arguments is Ujjwal Nikam, and now a BJP candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, great to see you, Mr. Nikam. I'll just go to a news story about why you are in the news and come back to a one-on-one with you. Viewers, as Mr. Jaishankar, Foreign Minister, told me 3 weeks ago when I met him for an interview, that the Congress party's decision after 26/11 as articulated by its own former National Security Advisor Shiv Shankar Menon was to do nothing after 26/11. In fact, the pro-Pakistan groups in the Congress tried very hard to make Ajmal Kasab some sort of a misled boy who was just a puppet in the hands of fanatics. In the last 15 to 16 years, you would have expected course correction by the Congress. But instead, in the burning heat of the 2024 general election campaign, the Congress party lionizes Ajmal Kasab by targeting Ujjwal Nikam, the lawyer turned BJP candidate who fought against Kasab, targeting him about a comment he made about Kasab being fed biryani to highlight the soft approach of the UPA government at that time. Now, this is a big political controversy. Before I talk to him about it, here is a quick recap on the Kasab Biryani debate.
In case of the fight against Pakistan post-Mumbai attacks, Ujjwal Nikam, the special public prosecutor in the 26/11 case and now a BJP candidate, is the target of a political attack.
ज्या उज्ज्वल निकमांनी बिर्याणीचा विषय काढून काँग्रेसला मतदान केलं होतं आणि जी हकीकत नव्हती कसाबला बिर्याणी दिली, कसाबला कोणी बिर्याणी देईल का? उज्ज्वल निकमने ते नंतर मान्य केलं. असा बेईमान माणूस आहे तो. हा कसला वकील? हा देशद्रोही आहे.
The Congress has for over a decade tried to peddle theories to give Pakistan and Kasab an alibi, spinning a narrative on right-wing's role.
हाँ, सवाल आपके मुंबई के उज्ज्वल निकम का, वो तो मैंने नहीं कहा हूँ, वो तो एस.एम. मुशर्रफ जी ने जो लिखा है किताब में, उसी का हमने दाखला दिया है कि जब सब कुछ था, हेमंत करकरे के बारे में जो गोली चली थी, वो गोली के बारे में जो अतिरेकी की गोली नहीं थी तो फिर किसकी गोली थी, उस बारे में जो लिखा था उसी का संदर्भ हमने दिया था.
Both inside court and on screen, as the voice of victims, Ujjwal Nikam has never been one to pull punches.
मुझे दुख इस बात का है कि अपोजिशन लीडर जिसको पूरी मालूमात नहीं, कई किताब जो सच मान के चलता है, उसके आधार पर बेबुनियाद आरोप करना, यानी इसका मतलब है आप जो जिनको करकरे जी की इंसल्ट नहीं तो तोहिम कर रहे हैं.
The Congress has harbored an indifferent attitude on 26/11.
Remember 26/11. If you see people, accounts of 26/11, including by the NSA of the previous government, essentially 26/11 happens. The best minds of the government apply themselves. There is, deep sort of consultation and confabulation, and then they collectively decide. What do they decide? To do nothing. So they go through this whole manthan and say, oh, by the way, the best policy is we should do nothing.
Will the attack on Ujjwal Nikam backfire in this election for the Congress?
I'm surprised, Ujjwal Nikam. I thought that at least on this thing, the Congress party will not target you because you're famous all over the country as the person who sent Ajmal Kasab to jail. But they are saying that you are a liar. They say, how could you question Ajmal Kasab and make up the story about him having biryani in jail?
Arnab, let me tell you very frankly. After my candidature was declared by the from BJP headquarters, Mr. Wadettiwar, leader of opposition, made two reckless statements, baseless statements. First statement he said, in the first statement he said, that Mr. Nikam is a traitor
Yes.
He has suppressed the fact that Mr. Karkare was died because of the RSI firing. This is the first statement. On the next day, he changed his version. Then he relied upon the Mushrif's book. Now, let me tell you very frankly, Mr. Mushrif he was not concerned with the investigation at all. And from 1999 to 2014, Congress was the ruling party. And Mr. Mushrif had never raised issue. His one of the brother was also in the cabinet. Now, why he did make such baseless allegation against me when Ajmal Kasab himself as admitted in his judicial confession before the magistrate that yes, when myself and Abu Ismail came outside the Kama hospital, we saw that the police jeep was coming. We opened the indiscriminate firing, and in that firing, 3 police officers died. And therefore, this is the important piece. Not only that, because we have examined the eyewitnesses, and therefore, I think there is an ample evidence. But the only thing is that now I must tell you, because the rally is going on, I had to deliver the speech, Arnab. I will have a special interaction with you.
2 minutes.
Because otherwise 10 p.m. will be
just 2 minutes. There is still time. Give me 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Mr. Nikam, only 4 minutes. I know you can hear Bharat Mata Ki Jai behind. He's going to address a rally. But the Congress said that you have put out a falsehood on Ajmal Kasab being served biryani in jail. Now, I just want to know one thing. Why did you say as a prosecutor that he was served biryani in jail? What was your intention there?
Arnab, kindly listen my word, what I said at that time. Kasab has demanded for biryani. Kasab was served with the biryani. I never made such a statement. And on the next day, Kasab lawyer Advocate Kazmi raised this issue in the court. And the court did make inquiry with Ajmal Kasab. Ajmal Kasab did not deny at all. So now Ajmal Kasab is not alive. So only whether he had asked for the biryani or not, that is within his knowledge and my knowledge. And the court has inquired with this issue. Now why I did make this? Because there are the reasons. There is a long story. I will divulge that story also to you on the camera.
1 minute. One more minute. 1 minute. I have a right over you. I have 1 minute. One last question. Congress party is saying there should be an investigation into whether Ajmal Kasab killed Hemant Karkare. So my question to you is, in your view, is the Congress party coming out in defense of Ajmal Kasab? Last question. Is the Congress defending Ajmal Kasab almost? Congress party not only maligning my image, but also indirectly by making such reckless statement by the leader of opposition party, they are indirectly and impliedly helping Pakistan. They should understand how Pakistan is going to make use of this statement. I must condemn his statement in the strongest possible terms. I will divulge more facts on this issue after some time. I'm sure you will, and I thank you for joining me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on that exclusive, 2024 exclusive, that was one and only Ujjwal Nikam. Now he can go for his rally and we'll free him. So, you know, viewers, this has been such a fascinating format. We've brought in so much content in the course of the last 2 hours. And by the way, I want to remind you that many people are saying, Arnab, we want to see the full Amit Shah interview that you did in Durgapur late last night. Well, I want to tell you, viewers, that that interview was recorded almost close to midnight at the end of almost 14 to 15 hours of hectic campaigning. And what a campaigner Amit Shah is, totally indefatigable. So a few observations. You know, viewers, I started tonight the program with what Amit Shah said, and I have ended with Kasab's biryani debate. And the way I see it, is that this election, 2024, is a very, very, very sharply polarized election already. It is much more deeply polarized, viewers, much more deeply polarized than you think on the pro-Hindu versus the minority appeasement line of campaigning. It's already very deeply polarized. Sometimes, you know, we are in our ivory chambers and ivory towers, we don't see what kind of polarization there is on the ground I've seen that when I've been on the campaign trail. So that it's very, very polarized in terms of the campaigning on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. And this comes 4 months after the Bhavya Ram Mandir inauguration. And we must start recognizing the possibility of a Hindu vote consolidation in 2024. You know, one thing everyone says will never happen is a Hindu vote consolidation. But this time, this election happens after so much anti-Sanatan comments that you can't rule out that possibility. And if there is a Hindu vote consolidation, the results will turn. That is the way I see it. So thank you for joining all of us on the first edition of the Super Prime Time Max. And I'll be back tomorrow from, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you again and again, from 8 p.m. to midnight to max it with you. Good night and goodbye on the other side. The Amit Shah Nation Wants to Know exclusive. See you tomorrow.